Hey, good morning. My name is Joshua Painter from Remax Trend, and today we're going to go over the top 10 reasons first-time home buyers end up paying a higher insurance premium. So I've got a good friend of mine, Margaret Galuski. She's going to be joining me here in a little bit here at the office, and we're going to talk about these 10 points or these 10 reasons that you can pay a higher insurance premium. So you need to know what to look for when you're searching for that first-time home. So we have a downloadable ebook. It's got more information that talks about the topics that we briefly discussed. And I encourage you guys to download it so you can be an informed and educated buyer. All right, here's your top 10 reasons first-time home buyers pay a higher premium for insurance rates. Number one, the roof.
The roof.
What do you know about the roof?
Age, shape, there's so many factors to consider. The type, if it's shingle, if it's metal, if it's flat. So there's a lot of factors there that can really impact what you pay underneath, what the spacing is, and all of that information can be found in here.
Okay, she's got a downloadable ebook. We'll put the link below, give you more information about each one of the topics. Number two, the plumbing. Why would a first-time home buyer pay a higher rate? Because of the plumbing of the house.
Usually first-time home buyers are looking at older homes that might have plumbing that just might not fit into the underwriting guidelines, which are very strict in Florida.
Yes.
So if they're looking at an older home, they definitely want to have this information in this ebook to help them determine what's acceptable, what might be a challenge, and what could change down the road.
All right, number three, the electrical panels.
Yes, electrical panels and the type of wiring in the home. So again, carriers have guidelines, and a lot of times people buy a house and they don't get asked the question until after, when an inspector comes to the house, and they didn't realize it was a question on the application, and now they're not eligible because they have one of those forbidden ones that are on the list.
We go through all of it in the
It's
book.
in here, and the reason, it could change. So that's why I wanted to make it a digital book.
Yep.
Because the benefit of that is if something does get added, we can go in and add it and try to keep the information as current as what we're aware of.
All right, number four, the fourth reason, air conditioning and heating.
Again, for the older homes, if they haven't had the proper update and it's not in good working order, if the inspector gets there and it's rattly and it's rusting and it shows corrosion, that could put a homeowner without coverage and having to get a more expensive policy.
All right, number five, what kind of animal do you have?
This is a big one. This is a really big one, because if you disclose that first, it helps the agent or the company determine where you are eligible. Again, every list is different, every carrier is different, but that should be one of the front things that you are looking into, because animal liability is not automatic. Even if they let you have your pet, you may not have that coverage with that carrier. And again, a general list is in this book.
Gotcha. All right, number six, what's the age of your water heater?
Okay, so that's becoming a hot topic, and if a homeowner has a first-time homeowner buys a home with an older hot water heater, you could also find yourself ineligible for coverage with a lot of carriers, making you go to a carrier that's charging more money because the likelihood of a water heater related loss is increased.
Number seven, are you running a home business from your home?
So carriers are becoming very smart with all of the technology. More and more businesses are on social media, Google, and when they get a new application for insurance, they're basically running information on the actual address. It's not uncommon for them to find out if there's a home business associated with that. And again, a homeowner that does run a business out of their home needs to think about this when shopping for insurance and making the company and or the agent aware.
All right, number eight, what flood zone are you going to live in? Because everybody's in a flood zone.
Everyone's in a flood zone.
Okay.
Florida is the #1 state in the nation most likely to flood. Again, it's just what zone you're in. what the elevation certificate, if you're in a higher risk zone, says the rates are, and now there's all different options available. And again, that's laid out in here on how that works, but it's definitely changed so much just in the last 5 years and will continue to change.
All right. Do you have a screen enclosure on your home?
And again, this is another, when you're shopping for rates and when you're getting homeowners insurance quotes, not all coverage is the same. So you definitely want to take the time out, ask that question, make sure that if you do have a screened enclosure, that either the carrier covers it or that you have the option of a buyback, and get information on how that buyback actually covers the enclosure itself.
But if they're living there seasonally?
Yes. So now with Airbnb becoming so popular, VRBO, just where people are home sharing and all kinds of things, you might be told from one site that it's covered, but if your carrier doesn't know that that type of exposure is there and you have a loss, you could end up on the end of a declination or a cancellation, a non-renewal. So that's a huge topic that needs to be discussed, and if anything changes, it could mean a change in policy as well.
Gotcha. So there's 10 reasons. They're all in her downloadable ebook. It explains everything in detail. Click on the link, download her ebook. It's a very good tool for you. It has so much information that you need to know if you're buying a home in Florida. You can buy a home in New York or Ohio or Wisconsin or anywhere, but it's different than buying one in Florida. So you need to know this information.
It has a lot of information, and especially when you're not from the state, it can be very beneficial to get some clarity and understanding as to what goes on in the Florida insurance market, which is extremely challenging.
So again, I'm Joshua Painter from RE/MAX Trend. This is Margaret Deluski from Galazano Insurance. And we just want to make you guys informed buyers. So here's some information. Use it. If you have a question, reach out to us, leave a comment below, send us a text, call us, email us.
Reach out to us on social media.
We're so easy to get a hold of.
Absolutely. Good luck. Thanks, Josh.